we all know, is Happy Holi. In fact, Happy Holi to all you guys out there, the Sports Today family, members of our family members. Anyways, the fourth test match that will eventually decide which will go. Well, India still leading the series 2-1, and Australia have made a very strong comeback into the series after that 9 wicket victory over the Indians in that indoor test, where, well, it seemed the Indians were caught napping on just more than one occasion. In fact, that wicket, that dust bowl, that square turner also backfired to a great extent. This despite India winning the toss and electing to bat first. 109 is all that they could manage in that innings. And of course, knives were out after India lost that test match. And we know what happened. A lot of people criticizing India's approach, their practice approach. Somebody criticizing the preparation of the wickets, the preparation for the test match as far as the Indian players were concerned. And Ravi Shastri, the former head coach of this Indian team, in fact, went on to say that the Indians, after winning that first test match, in fact, the first two test match in Nagpur and Delhi became a little overconfident. Not little, in fact, he said that the Indians were overconfident and were a little complacent after winning those first two test matches, and it reflected in their approach for the third test match. Well, here's Rohit Sharma now. Rohit Sharma's response was awaited, and he has given his response, and he hasn't taken anything too kindly. Well, to that remark of being a little overconfident by Ravi Shastri, a very confident Rohit Sharma, in fact, came out today, and well, he said that the people who are speaking from the outside do not know what exactly is happening and the kind of conversations that are happening in the dressing room. He said, those calling, being overconfident, if people think, or the remark of being overconfident is absolutely rubbish. Ruthless, in fact, is the word that Rohit Sharma insisted upon. In fact, he said, all the time that we are there in the dressing room, we always talk about being ruthless. We don't want to give the opposition even an inch of space to get back into the match or even the series, because that's what we face when we tour overseas. The opposition teams, wherever you travel to, well, they also want to win each and every game, and that's exactly what the Indians also want to. So that's a remark, that's a response that came from Rohit Sharma. And also, Rohit Sharma did not even hesitate because the question was a very pointed one. In fact, he was informed, or maybe he's already aware of it, in the press conference that he came for. He was told that this is what Ravi Shastri had to say after that loss in Indore. He said the team became a little overconfident and complacent after the first two wins, and that's why that reflected in your approach, and you lost the test match, the third test match. Rohit Sharma, as I said earlier, well, made no qualms about what he felt. In fact, he took Ravi Shastri's name. He said that Ravi Shastri is being part of this dressing room, and rightly so. And but still, if those people who are talking from the outside, they do not know what exactly happens, the kind of conversations that happen in the dressing room, and this being overconfident, this is just rubbish. So that's what Rohit Sharma feels. Well, quite confident, at least Rohit Sharma here. He was certainly very, very confident. Now, the other few important questions. The wicket, Rohit Sharma, in fact, he came today and saw or had a look at the wicket. And well, he was asked about the wicket. Rohit Sharma didn't want to share a lot of things about the wicket, but he said very clearly that let that wicket be there, and we want to focus on our preparation, on our strengths, on our players, and our approach. And then comes the other few questions. What could possibly be India's 11? Well, as we know, and by the time, in fact, by now, even you people are aware that this Indian team management doesn't believe in sharing a lot of things about the 11 or the team. So Rohit, of course, he was asked about KS Bharat's batting skills, especially in the last game, were not too great, and then the uh, possible inclusion of Ishan Kishan tomorrow. Well, there could still be a possibility that Ishan Kishan might play tomorrow ahead of KS Bharat, and in fact, Ishan Kishan came here for the Ishan Kishan and KS Bharat batted alongside each other in the nets today. So that's another thing that we may have to see. But Rohit Sharma made it very clear that he has KS Bharat at least has the backing of the captain and the team management, but you still never know because it's been three tests now. Now, is it the turn for Ishan Kishan, or is it time to test Ishan Kishan's skills, considering how the wicket here is? Because it won't turn as much as we saw the wicket at Indore or in Nagpur. So at least on day one, it will be better in terms of batting and a lot of things. It may not turn that much, at least that's what Steve Smith suggests. So Ishan Kishan, well, there is a possibility, there's a high probability that Ishan Kishan might play today. Although he's been batting in the nets for quite a long time now. In fact, on the eve of every test match that I've been to, he has batted in the nets. Now, the other few factors, well, there were a few other things about the DRS, those funny things that Rohit mentioned about Ravindra Jadeja, who's very, very persistent. The moment he hits the pads, Rohit says that somebody like Jadeja he's very difficult to control because he thinks that the ball is hitting the stumps. So that is where the role of wicket keeper and the captain comes in, because they have to realize they have to see on three counts, where the ball is pitching, where the impact is, and how much the ball is turning. So that was what Rohit Sharma thinks, and a lot of other things that the players have to take care of, especially, yeah, especially the captain. So, well, it's going to be a grand spectacle here because we are expecting a record turnout here. This could be the biggest attendance in the history of Test cricket. Of course, this is the biggest stadium in the world, biggest cricket stadium in the world. Remember MCG in 2013, the Boxing Day Test match between Australia and England in 2013 holds the record for most number of people who attended a test match. That was 93,000, just over 93,000. But here tomorrow, this record will be breached. More than 100,000 people are expected to attend the match tomorrow. Of course, led by two gentlemen, with the two prime ministers of India and, of course, Australia and India. Well, it also marks the celebrations for the 75 years of cricket between the two countries, that is Australia and England. So we are expecting a grand celebration, a grand start to this fourth and final test match between India and Australia. I'm going to keep you posted and updated about whatever is happening here in Ahmedabad. So stay tuned and subscribe to Sports Today.